Previously on Follow the Leader. What orchard is this, we fairies, we knights, in which we meet? It is the orchard of Dreaming Avalon, the sacred isle of apples, the golden summer crown of fairyland. We knights late of Arthur's round at Camelot, we knights are travellers here. We lost our way upon the mortal road, or else lay down beside it to sleep, and so dreamed ourselves to this strange place. And we fairies, we are the court of the goddess Moon and this her queen, Morgan le Fay. We also slept once and were mortal, in ancient and forgotten time, but now we are fairies and our waking life is yet our dream. What will we here, we fairies, we knights, to while away our dreaming hour?
How quickly does Yorwith approach Sir Edward?
I'd say it takes him a minute or two to sort of like, oh, the music has started. He's like glancing around, and then he sort of sidles up to Sir Andrew and is like, may I?
Between myself and the Vulpine Regent, which would you favour in a fight, and why? And what might you wager on their victory?
I'm sorry to say, I would probably wager on the Vulpine Regent, simply due to their... I don't want to say their age, because I feel like they may find me and kill me, but they have been around for a very long time, and they are quite dangerous.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
Whose turn is it?
So I choose a game now, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
I challenge Quixote, the Vulpine Regent, to a joust.
Oh my god.
Fuck!
Beautiful.
Oh, joust. Shit.
Exciting.
Okay.
And as I announce this, I'm looking directly at Yorwith.
Oh.
Brilliant. Shit.
Oh my god.
Fucking
I am, in
hell.
fact, brash.
Oh,
I love
gee.
him.
Well, Quixote is dashing, so...
Dashing is different than daring.
Yeah, but it has... part of being dashing is courageous. Believe me, when I looked at the words, like 3 of them basically meant the same thing, and yet charming, not on the
Yeah.
list. Mr.
Yeah.
Baker, I have a question. No. Okay. So what did it say under the joust?
Choose a partner to joust with. I have done so. Everyone else plays as judges and onlookers. Decide together how the two of you came to be here, a horse, lances in hand, thundering toward one another upon the field of glory. What do you notice about each other? And I would say that how the two of us came to be here was after the court. I have decided to challenge you.
Because Yorwith told you not to.
Yes.
Jeez.
And you might notice that as we are thundering toward each other, I was looking at Yorwith, but now I'm having trouble keeping my eyes off of Quixote.
Jeez.
Amazing.
Okay, conducting the joust. The judges and onlookers conduct the joust. Judges and
Yes.
onlookers agree among you which of the games here presented will stand in for the joust and determine its victor and loser. Your choices are Balladeer's We, How Sir Will You Receive My Lance? I'm sorry, I keep fucking sniggering to myself at the phrasing of that. I'm a terrible person. The Menagerie and the and I didn't even that is the queer preposterous. So they're preposterous. So there you go. That's my brain. The quest preposterous. And then you lead the 2 combatants in the game and judge the outcome. As the game proceeds, you can cheer for your favourite, promise favours to the victor and mischief to the loser, try to sway the bout by meddling or wager upon the outcome with your fellow onlookers. So we got the different games. What do you notice about Quixote, though? They look delighted to have been challenged. They are grinning, all like the whole team is there. The tail is almost completely up and like twitching about. The hair is up. Like You know, like, fencing gear? Like, I forget what the proper term is called for the outfit. But, like, they're wearing a version of that that's, like, the colour of spring leaves. And it perfectly complements their hair and tail. Just putting that out.
Of course
there.
it does.
Of course it does.
You wouldn't,
As Sir Edward sees their composure, his spine stiffens.
dumbass.
Okay, so,
No, but then, like, the stealing himself way.
No, what I'm saying is that he was a dumbass to do this.
Well, yes, of course.
Dora and Sam, which game?
Oh boy, which game?
I mean, looking at
I'm gonna fight somebody if they pick one of these, because
Is it perhaps the house, sir, will you receive my land?
no, that I can live with. It's more one of the ones that I'm gonna struggle more with.
That's fair.
honestly,
However,
like,
I'm going to continue laughing at how, sir, will you receive my lance for the rest of my life, so...
It's a
so
valid choice.
it's a valid choice that I would like to vote for.
I'm gonna vote for that as well, because...
How many games do we have to play? Is it just one?
I think it's just the one.
Thank
Yeah.
fuck. Because if you guys had picked Balladeer's We, I might have quit, because Schrag has significantly more experience singing than I do, and I would have been sad. So... Okay. The combatants must take turns. Judges choose who takes the first turn. Oh, wow. Okay, on each turn. Oh, wow, why did I agree to this? This is hilarious. I love this. This is just reminding me of fucking my drama degree all over again. Okay, somebody else want to read the rules for this? Well,
I would love
course.
to.
Go for it, Sam.
I'm gonna move this to the monitor that is in the direction of my microphone so that I can read it and be facing the microphone at the same time. The combatants must take turns. Judges choose who takes the first turn. On their turn, each combatant must address themselves to the other and say in a level voice, "How, sir, will you receive my lance?" The other may give any answer they choose, also in a level voice, and then ask in turn, "And how, sir, will you receive my lance?" The first combatant to laugh, smile, cough, groan, sigh, or otherwise break their composure is unhorsed and loses the joust.
so mad.
Who goes
good-
first?
This is a good game. Who goes first?
I think that because Sir Edward was the one who declared the joust, it's only fair that Quixote get to lead off. Do you agree,
Fair
Sam?
enough.
Or Yorwith?
I would agree with that, yes.
I'm trying to compose myself because I'm a child, apparently. Fucking hell. See? Oh, right, okay. 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 Right. Sir Edward, how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Directly up the ass. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Forthrightly, without blinking. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
As deeply as I can stand without breaking. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Does that count as a groan? Shit! Fuck. Can't think fast enough is my problem. Without complaint and without question. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Unflinchingly as befitting a knight. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
With pleasure, as befitting a fairy. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
With strength. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
With grace. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Happily. And how, sir, will you receive my lance?
Oh, he fucking wins. I don't care. I can't keep doing this. My face is really hot right now.
Yes! Validation!
This is great radio, I must say.
Fucking take that, Yorwith.
Jeez. I am unhorsed, and I lose the joust. question. Was there any kind of fucking gambling going on there? Or did you all just lose some money? Like, what happened?
I mean, Yorwith did not actually gamble on this because he wasn't about to do that, but he's surprised that his lovely Sir Edward has not ended up face first on the ground.
See, you have to feel bad for Coyote because they're being played by me. If they were being played by somebody else, they might have been fine. Jeez.
Sir Edward's eyes are still fixed on Coyote, and he goes over to them and helps them back up. Says, "Well fought, Your Grace."
Well fought, Sir Edward. And they don't let go of his hand for a beat longer than necessary. It's not like one of the bro hand squeezes things, more just like they almost don't want to let go right away.
I mean, there was all that talk of lances and receiving.
Yeah. And the tail is sort of like back down to where it normally is, but is doing because magic and fairies is doing that sort of, you know, the way when cats have got their eye on something they want and their tail is doing that really slow undulating back and forth?
Yeah.
It's doing that.
Amazing.
It's not doing the cartoon thing where it stands straight up with a boy.
Tragically, no. Tragically, no.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
God.
Sam, save me from myself. What game you play?
I have to move my I have to move it back over because now I can't see what I'm doing anymore. Okay. God, what game do I want to play? I was thinking about maybe doing a solitaire, but I don't think that'd be great radio, so...
You're allowed.
Yes, but we're on a podcast.
It's fine. We can edit it down.
I'm genuinely like scrolling through all the games and trying to figure out what I want to do here. I'm gonna do a mischief.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a mischief on who do I want to do a mischief on? I'm gonna do a mischief on Quixote.
Oh.
Haven't I dealt with enough? No.
Never.
Wow. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome. We love you.
Yeah. I feel really loved is definitely the adjective I'm feeling right now. The verb? I'm feeling verbed. Okay, let me pull up mischief again.
Okay. Doing a mischief. We've already sort of read this because we've already had this game before. So... the object of the mischief is to play to find out how your chosen partner may feel about you, depending, and probably mess up your chances with them by being weird and awkward, but maybe it'll work out. Conducting the mischief, I am the querent, starting with part 1. So Quixote, you are peacefully asleep in Dreaming Avalon. I'm somewhere else entirely, minding my own business, just smoking some incense and letting my mind wander. You're dreaming that you're dreaming. You won't remember this when you wake up, or perhaps you will, but you'll think it was a dream. I don't actually know, but you'll probably remember. Regardless, in your dream of a dream, I can ask you a few questions, and you should answer them. I hope that you answer them honestly, but you should answer them however you wish. Unless, of course, you don't wish to answer at all, in which case you can wake up whenever you choose. May I continue, or do you dream of waking up now?
You may continue.
The fact is, I'm curious about you. I'm not sure how I feel about you, and I haven't decided how I'm going to approach you. And that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Very well. Ask your questions, Yorwith.
If I promised you fealty, or my support in any coming unrest, would you accept it? Would you like it? Just to be clear, I'm not promising that, but if I did...
Fealty so freely offered isn't a gift I'd be inclined to turn down, even from someone as unreliable as yourself.
Noted. Sorry, I just noticed that one of the questions can be, but wait, I've squandered a chance to ask you to steal time with me by choosing to play this game instead, haven't I?
It's very good.
Which is very funny.
Fantastic.
I'm not asking that one, I just noticed it and I wanted to
so
tell the
good.
audience that exists. Y'all, play In Dreaming Avalon. It's a good
it's
game.
such a good closer.
This is a good game. If I did something, stereotypically fey, such as rubbing and scrubbing your armor all full of cake crumbs and burnt currants or whatnot, so that when you wear it, it tickles and itches hideously, would you find that endearing or annoying?
I'd find it unsurprising.
Well, the next day, you find that your hair is badly tangled with thorns, burr, twigs, and a tiny brown mouse. I'm not saying that I did this, but perhaps it's a side effect of the spell we're both under. But it happens. Ta-ta!
When Coyote wakes up the next morning and finds the hair like that and a mouse in it, they pluck the mouse out of their hair, look at it critically, and then eat it.
Nice.
So much!
Nice.
Head first, with a crunch.
Incredible. Truly impressive.
Thank you.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Sir Edward, I challenge you to meet me sword to sword in defense of Quixote's honor.
Ooh. Oh.
This is good.
Well, actually, in
Love
defense
this.
of the Vulpine Regent's honor, because that's what Parker would say.
God.
It's really good is the thing.
Alright, meeting sword to sword. Choose a partner. Only you two play. Decide together how the two of you came to be standing alone, sword to sword, and where.
I think you just did.
Yes. Well, we don't know where. Maybe there's like a fairy ring nearby that we use to sketch out the dueling ground.
I love it.
All right. I like it.
What do you notice about each other? And during swordplay, anyone can ask anyone for details about the location and circumstances. So, what do I notice about Sir Edward?
I am surprised, intrigued, and I very clearly do not intend to let you win.
Incredible.
It's good.
Parker looks more determined than Sir Edward has ever seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The object of swordplay is to play to find out how you regard one another as enemies and whether you are enemies in fact. To open play, ask a leading question. The better with the sword begins. I think Sir Edward has been a knight a little bit longer, and so he's probably better with the sword.
Yeah. Okay. We circle, swords tips touching. What do you say to me?
Your actions were completely unnecessary and unbefitting of a knight of your stature, sir. And I think from there I launch a sustained attack with my weight behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly?
Grudgingly.
So Parker has to fight for every little inch.
Mm-hmm. I overreach slightly, and you have an opportunity to slip in a dirty little cut. Do you take it?
No, I'm far too honorable to take a dirty blow. I pretend to falter and dip my blade. Do I draw you out, or do you recognize the ploy and hold steady?
I'm not doing this to be mean. It's just that, given what I've established about Sir Edward, I think I would recognize the ploy.
Oh no, that's
Because Edward watches very carefully.
completely understandable.
You touch me, cutting me along the rib or across the arm. Do you press your attack, or give me a moment?
This is also not to be mean, but Parker is incredibly determined, and this isn't...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this
Oh.
isn't fighting dirty, so he presses on.
Yeah, that's fair. Something I'm not sure that they would do under other circumstances.
They're very heated about this.
Interesting.
Let me see. I think I'm going to ask a closing question.
Okay.
Because I like this one a lot. You pierce me through the chest and I fall, pouring out my life's blood. Do you rush to me, or do you stand over me and watch me die?
Holy shit.
No, I rush to you.
Dora, you angst goblin.
I love torturing
Best.
Parker.
This poor child.
And thus our duel ends with me unable to protect the Vulpine Regent's honor.
Jesus.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Welcome to Tabletop Games with Dora.
I love Dora. Dora, I love you, but you're an angst gremlin.
I love you too, and yes, I am.
Whose turn is it?
It's mine.
I believe it's Jade's.
Okay, so after fucking all that bullshit with the cards, I am going to do a solitaire. Okay. A solitaire. Only you play. Everyone else can watch you if they choose and try to guess how you will interpret your cards, but they should keep their guesses scrupulously to themselves. You are alone. No one notices anything about you, nor you about them. No one should ask anyone any questions. And the object of solitaire is to play to find out what the cards suggest to you. So, okay, I'm going to deal myself some cards. I'm trying to remember if it's... you guys will be able to see that I have cards, I think, until I put them down anyway. Okay, I am playing the Crossroad. Between two rivals or two courses, which should I best choose? Otherwise described, it's... let's see if I can actually make these work. Okay, I appear to only have two cards in my hand. So I don't know what has happened there. Because I said... Oh, wait. 3? Okay, alright. Boom. Boom. Yes. And I'll leave the face down one in my hand, effectively, because I'm making use of Roll20. Okay, I have got a Queen of Clubs and the Ace of Diamonds. A heart or a club is a fairy. Of those, a heart is a more gracious fairy and a club is a more artful fairy. A diamond is a knight. Of these, a spade is a more valorous knight and a diamond is a more noble knight. And then, as the cards rank, an ace is a paragon, peerless in their nature, not in their rank. A king is peerless in their rank. A queen is most generous in their nature. A jack has not fulfilled their nature, but seeks after it. And that's my solitaire. Because I don't have to tell y'all nothing about how I'm interpreting those. That's just for me.
I think there's only one option for that.
Okay, and that's my game. So that's 2 full rounds. We could probably do another round in the amount of time we've got, or if somebody wants to hit waking, we could do that on this round as well. What are people thinking? Might depend what games we play.
I'm starting to lose steam a little bit, even though like I'm really enjoying this. I'm like starting to fade a bit.
Okay.
The only thing that I selfishly want another round because I want someone to do stealing time, and I want that someone to be me.
Yeah.
That we can definitely aim to make the games a little shorter, Sam. Like not one of the ones that will drag.
Yeah, I mean, like I can play like one more round, but I think after that one round, I'll be done.
Well, how about we do that? We'll say that, and then we'll do one more round, and then waking.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So Schrag, it's back to you.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't pick the ogre.
I would kill you.
Yeah, that is fair. Oh, decisions. I can't decide. All these options are good.
Flip a coin. Roll a standard D2 or D3 or D4.
Flip a multi-sided coin.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I steal time with Yorwith.
Aha!
What an unexpected twist! It's good. That's good as the thing.
Nobody was there's nobody who wasn't expecting this, but I am glad that it happened because I was going to do that.
It's just really fun to say what an unexpected twist.
I mean, legitimately, I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm. No, valid.
To be fair, if you hadn't chosen to do this, I would have chosen for this.
Valid. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 would have been stealing time with anyone left to right, and then 4 would be mischief with Yorwith.
Nice.
Excellent. Why don't you read the
Yes.
info about it.
I shall. Stealing time together. Choose a partner to play with. I have done so. Decide together how you two came to be stealing time together, and where. Well, what do you think? You have established yourself as one who likes to lead in these things.
And knights are meant to follow orders.
It's funny because Yorwith is usually like such a sub, but like when Chell isn't around, Chell is a character that is from the other game. He's definitely just like a big flirt.
Casual reminder that the laws of Dreaming Avalon states that all knights must consider themselves to be at the service of any fairy.
And they may marry fairies.
Woohoo. Sexy.
All right.
Marriage.
Yep, nothing like it.
So I think that following the duel where you have killed your friend,
Jesus.
I rushed them. It's possible that they're not dead.
Well, in Dreaming Avalon, death is merely an inconvenience, so it's fine.
Yeah.
it's fine.
I've tried to mitigate it. It's a minor death.
Yeah.
All right. In any case, once you've killed your friend, Yorwith comes looking for you to be like, "Are you all right?"
Edward is very clearly not all right.
What do we notice about each other? Is that what I noticed?
Edward is very clearly not all right.
Oh, poor dear.
If you and your partner agree, you may choose to invite other players to join. No one may join uninvited. Oh, if any other player's character would contest your liaison, you're conducting it under their nose. They play as well following the rule below. Does anyone contest?
Well, Parker's dead, so Parker can't contest.
Yeah, I wouldn't contest.
They can have gotten better, if they would like.
No, he wouldn't contest. He's got other things on his mind.
Oh.
Rip.
Yes.
Oh no.
So you are under another's nose.
Alright.
If there is a risk you'll be caught together, then any player may, after any answer, have you draw a card. And I've set the cards back up. If it is red, you may continue your liaison uninterrupted. If black, though, you're caught, out, discovered, and exposed. Also, the good thing is, if you guys want to cockblock yourselves, you can say, any player, after any answer, can have you draw
So
a
like
card.
we can draw a card just because.
Yeah, if you think, like, it's narratively good.
If it's narratively interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun. It doesn't say anything about who goes first, so I'm going to say that I go first, because I want to start.
Yeah, we just converse as you like, naturally.
So, to begin with, Yorwith sort of rushes forward. I'm guessing this is either, like, right after the duel, or, like, Yorwith kind of draws him off to the side, and is like, to start with, I raise the visor of your helmet, may I?
You may.
Are you all right? What was the meaning of this?
I am most certainly not. I didn't mean to. I only meant to stand my ground. Was their honor lost? Did I insult the regent?
It's a tough question to answer, honestly. Only the regent can tell you. Maybe that Parker was simply too hasty in their actions.
You may have been right. And I... too stubborn. If I was not going to yield to the regent, I was certainly not going to yield to him. It would have been doubly embarrassing.
As you say.
I would rather have lost at the first.
I was rather expecting you to, but I am glad that you won.
And at that point, I touch your hand, may I?
You may. Actually, I'm going to say, you may, but I withdraw my hand after a moment and touch your face. May I?
You may. But first I want to say something to you. Do you mind?
Of course. Go ahead.
Perhaps you have underestimated us mortals.
Oh? Have I now?
And I return the touch to your face. May I?
You may. Seems I've underestimated you quite a bit. Boy, looking at this list, this is just, like, real fucky. Like, obviously it's fucky, but, like...
No, really?
Really, yeah, no, but this is good. Regardless of my underestimating you, though, I am sorry that you are so distressed by the fate of your comrade. If there's anything you would ask of me to make it easier for you, I offer it freely, and you should know what a heavy thing that is from a fae being.
I withdraw.
Have I done something wrong?
You have not. It is just that the heart is at once lighter and heavier than it ever has been in this place. There are more delights and sorrows.
Well, the sorrows only exist to make the delights seem sweeter. Is that not so?
Perhaps it is. I have experienced such a thing in the mortal realm as well.
Oh?
Yes. There is one at home that I would wait for, but I have almost forgotten them.
Well, you are not at home any longer. Of course, we all have our homes. He sort of says this in this sort of, like, he's talking about a person, but, you know, when a person is home. We all have our homes, but that does not mean that we cannot travel and experience others. With their permission, of course. I advance again and touch your shoulder. May I?
You may.
Is that not so?
Jade has been suspiciously quiet.
Oh, they're talking in the chat.
I know. Just
No.
they have the opportunity.
I know.
It's true, they do. Maybe they're just caught up in the romance of it all.
I mean, the line between character and player sometimes is a non-existent one. No, you're good. Carry on. You could be interrupted. Didn't mean you will.
Your move, knight.
I do not only touch, but kiss your lips. May I?
You absolutely may. And I pull back for a moment and smile. And I touch your lips. May I?
Draw a card first.
Fuck you. All right.
Just, I think you should be able to choose.
Nope, I can just draw or discard, so I will draw one card.
Draw and just flip it. You should be able to play it onto the table.
It is red.
If it's red, you may continue your liaison uninterrupted.
Hell yeah. There it is.
Cool.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, come on. It was narratively good and you know it.
It absolutely was narratively good. I feel like they probably, like, hear a noise, and Yorwith kind of startles a little bit and kind of looks around a little bit hesitantly. And then I say, I'm glad that we could come to an agreement. And I also kiss your lips. May I?
Ooh. You may, but at this moment we're interrupted.
Fuck. What interrupts us, my dear knight?
Exactly what you'd suspect.
Is it Kyote?
Of course it is.
Yeah, I figured.
It doesn't have to be.
Is it narratively interesting, though?
Yeah, but it is, though.
Okay, so what exactly does Coyote... I mean, where are you two at this point?
I feel like we're in, like...
A glade. Is this a fairy glade?
A fairy glade. Absolutely a fairy glade.
Absolutely.
Oh. And so what exactly is the moment you guys are in right now?
Well, they were kissing.
Okay.
Yeah. Specifically, Yorwith has kissed me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think what you hear a very deliberate snapping of wood, and you look round, and there is a fox with brown eyes flecked with gold looking at you.
Yorwith is just like, has pulled away and is glaring. Can I help you?
Sir Edward recognizes the eyes and is very deeply red.
Yorwith also recognizes who this is and is unhappy, to say the least.
They're not gonna, because the whole thing is it's the interruption. It doesn't say, like, anything beyond that. It's more like how it ends.
It doesn't necessarily end.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna say Yorwith makes a rude hand gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sir Edward's gonna drop to one knee.
Ugh.
And
Yorwith is gonna put his hand on Sir Edward's head. Just delicately rest his hand in Sir Edward's hair.
you probably have to kneel down to do so at this point.
That's fair. Depends on how far he's kneeling. Yorwith makes us another
head bowed, full
rude hand gesture.
Full mark of deference.
Yorwith just sort of steps vaguely in front of Sir Edward, but like not quite in front of him, just sort of like one foot in front of his knee, and looks out at his eyes. Can I help you? Were you needing something, or may I go back to what I was doing?
They shift into their humanoid form. They look sad for a brief moment, and then they just smile. What's the word? Beatifically? I can never think how to pronounce that word.
I think it's beatifically, yeah.
Beatifically. And then they give a little nod. Just like, no. I suppose everything is fine. And they leave.
All right, thank you very much. Ta-ta. Sort of waving them away like you've chosen the most inconvenient time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm going to say that Yorwith goes back and goes back in for another kiss. And if you are amenable, let's draw a curtain on what follows.
Oh, my response is you may, but only for a moment, and then I break off and depart.
Oh.
Following the Vulpine Regent. This entire time has been confusion.
Well, if you're following the Vulpine Regent, it's my turn for a game next.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it is.
So it appears that we may be going for a chase.
Ooh.
What is that? What is that one called? Is it called a chase or
a
hunt?
It appears that we're going for a hunt.
See, this is really, really amusing to me, because that whole question in the feast of have you known fear, I was literally thinking of a fox hunt for Quixote.
I mean,
So
I
that's
was thinking
really
like
rad.
Yorwith is following Sir Edward, who is following
Yeah.
Quixote. So I have to lead you through some challenges and shit. Okay.
Which of you is... Yeah, I mean, technically it's a two-player
Yeah.
game, so you have to think which is the hunter and which is the quarry.
I assume I'm the quarry in this
Yeah,
case.
and I'm going to say that Yorwith is the hunter. Or so it says other players can join freely as hunters.
Yeah, so they're just random hunters. So does Yorwith call up his mates, and it's just like, yo!
No, okay. So what I'm gonna say is Yorwith is just like following after him, which is turning into this game of the hunt. It's not quite actually, but it is also, you've spurned his heart, and now he is Fae. He is dangerous.
So conducting the hunt. The quarry conducts the hunt, so that's you, Schrag. First, say where you are and where you're going, and draw 4 cards into your hand. You lead the hunters through a series of 4 challenges and admissions. Choose freely, except that at least one must be an admission. Each of your hunters must answer each of your challenges and admissions in turn in the order you indicate. After each challenge or admission, judge for yourself which of your hunters has given you the best answer, and give that hunter a card from your hand, or else declare that none of them have given you an answer good enough and award none. Either way, you remain free or win again, and the hunt continues. After a total of 4 challenges and admissions, you compare cards. So, you should be able to draw 4 cards.
Okay. I've drawn 4 cards.
Okay, you should be able to see them? I think that's not so important. I think you just give the card away. It's less about what the value on it is. So yeah, you just you get to pick the challenges to put to your worth. Yeah, so pick your challenges.
Okay. How could I possibly have 3 or 4 cards left after this? Am I just not seeing this?
If you choose not to give me a card.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you have to admit, you at least one you have to give away.
Yeah.
Because you have to have one admission.
Okay.
So, but the rest is
So I think to start, I'm a hare, dashing away in a zigzag course, close to cover and close to the ground. Can you track me? How?
I am a being of this woods. I know the land very well, and I know where you may go. I have big pointy ears that are good for hearing also, so I can hear where you've scuttled off to.
Yeah, of course you got it. Okay. I steal a look back at you, and you're nearer than I thought. When I meet your eye, what do I see?
You see hurt, but also a hint of danger. A hint of why people tell their children to fear the fairy folk.
I'm a boar, crashing forward, fearless and reckless. Can you stand me off? How?
So is this indicating that I've managed to get up in front of you?
I would... That sounds right.
Yeah. I stand by to watch you pass. I stand aside and allow you to pass by, but I am watching.
Do I give another admission or a challenge?
I mean, you have to keep 3 or more to win. Technically, they're gonna catch.
I've already lost.
Already
it's
lost,
fine.
Yeah.
I just what's the best narrative thing to do here?
Yeah. Be on your bullshit. It's the motto.
This is the one I knew I wanted to have Edward do.
Oh, jeez.
If I was the quarry in a hunt, so I'm a fox, pacing you, sometimes ahead, sometimes behind, disappearing and reappearing at will. Can you outmaneuver me? Yes.
I can outmaneuver you because I have much experience outmaneuvering the fox.
Okay. I can't see this last card to give it to you, but you fucking got it.
Hell yeah. Ending the hunt. After a total of 4 challenges and admissions, compare cards. If you still hold, you don't. Then choose how the hunt ends.
You've outrun me, outmaneuvered me, and now cornered me. You haven't taken hold of me yet, but I know I'm caught. And the next 2 turns go to Dora and Jade, so
we'll decide our baby's fates after that's over.
Dora, what are we doing?
You know what we're doing. You know what we're doing.
Yep, come on, let's do this. Right. For the sake of our listening audiences, or perhaps this is their first time listening to Follow the Leader. It's your game.
We are going to be stealing time together. I think Parker comes to Quixote and finds Quixote in wherever they're most likely to be. Maybe it's like an audience chamber or something like that.
I like that. Like the quote courtroom, which is gonna be, let's face it, a very open thing, but maybe it's like, it's like a ruin. It's like the old standing part of a castle deep in the forest. And there's like but like the forest has started to reclaim it. So there's like trees coming up through the floor. It hasn't been a structure of man in a long time.
Oh, I love that.
The touches of it remain.
Well, what do we notice about each other?
This is probably the least fancy you've seen Quixote presenting themselves. They're in, I think, just a shirt and loose pants. Their hair is loose too, like not pinned up nor ornamented. Barefoot as always, and just their hair is less lustrous looking, like almost desaturated a little. What do they notice about him? I mean, he didn't die, right? Or did he? Is he a ghost now? What's happening? Has he recovered? Is he like severely injured but still there?
I think he's severely injured but still here. I don't think he's died, but I'm trying to decide. I feel like because this is dreaming, I feel like there should be some sort of, like, obviously there'd be a scar, but that would be under the clothing. There's some sort of, like, air to him about the injury.
Yeah.
Like it's marked him in more than just a physical manner.
Sure. I dig that.
And he kneels in front of Quixote and just says, I apologize, Your Grace. I wasn't able to defend your honor.
Before I reply, does anyone object to this? Just so are we under anyone's nose or not?
I'm about to die, so...
I'm a little busy right now, yeah.
No, valid. So, okay. He did no such thing, Sir Parker. Please, don't kneel, not now. Sit with me. I'll pat, like, the seat next to her. I imagine it's sort of like, a low dais, and just, like, strewn with, like, oh no, it's not cushions, it's like these big flowers with like massive petals, and it's super soft to sit on. And moss. Hi, yeah, if anybody wants to fucking hire me to do set design for Midsummer Night's Dream, call me.
Mood. Yeah, I'll costume this. We should just do a production of Midsummer Night's Dream, TVH.
Cast me in it as well. Get back to me, yeah. FTL, we're here for you. Please continue.
Parker does as he's bidden, and he reaches out and just lightly brushes your fingertips. May I?
You may. I was not actively seeking company this evening, Knight's Captain, but I find myself grateful of it.
You seem troubled.
It's not technically one of the advances, but it's basically riffing on it. I lace my fingers with yours, may I?
You may. And Parker gives your fingers a little bit of a squeeze, and I think he reaches up with another hand to brush some of your hair aside. May I?
So I'm definitely going to let that happen. It's more sort of what sort of that breaks to. You may, but first I want to place my hand over your injury. Do you mind?
I flinch a little, but you may.
This should not have happened. At least not on my account. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I went into it willingly and with my eyes open. I touch your cheek. May I?
You may, but only for a moment, and then I withdraw to a less charged distance. Like, they lean into it just for a second and then catch what they're doing and sort of, like, pull back and stand up and take a couple of steps away. I so rarely find myself unsure of what I should do. I don't care for it in the slightest. I thought I knew. I hate not knowing.
Parker looks up at Quixote and says, "What does your heart tell you?"
Oh, that fickle thing. You are too good for the likes of me, Sir Parker. You deserve less fleeting, less quarrelsome affection in your life. And then, having said that, they then sort of like approach them very quickly, sort of like turn on. They were not quite looking away, but sort of like half turned away, and then they literally sort of like cross that small distance and take or go to take your face in their hands. I kiss you, may I?
You absolutely may. And if you're all right with this, let's draw a curtain on what follows.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I was not expecting this game of fairies and knights to get angsty. Really, with this group,
Dora
I
is
should
playing.
Yeah, I know.
We're both playing
I
together.
know.
You know what happens.
I didn't necessarily expect this flavour of angst.
Sometimes a tabletop game is just many angst gremlins. Sorry for all the
Speaking
noise I'm
of,
making.
I'm going to choose meeting sword to sword with your with.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Ooh. Why?
Because Cody's a little bitch.
I didn't do this. This isn't my fault.
Yeah. We've played this. This has been played before. Choose a partner. Only the two of you play. Decide together how the two of you came to be standing alone, sword to sword, and where.
How did we come to be standing sword to sword?
You woke up
with a sword in my face.
Pretty much.
Cool. Oh, but that means we need to decide how the chase ended.
Yep.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Oh, are you? Okay, that's fair.
I assume so.
I feel like Yorwith maybe doesn't kill him, but Yorwith isn't happy.
Oh, you know what you could do? Mm-hmm. You could send me back with an identical wound to Parker's.
Ooh, that is good.
Or you could do an Artemis and turn him into something.
Maybe I've turned him into a snake and now he's my pet.
That's also really good, though.
A snake for being duplicitous.
Jeez.
Maybe I'll turn him back again some other time if I'm feeling generous.
Jeez.
Yeah. Meeting sword to sword. So I wake up and there's a sword in my face.
Pick up arms, Yorwith.
I rather expected this to happen, I suppose. Fine. Yorwith kind of yawns, but he does pick up, like, a rapier.
Mm-hmm. Who's better with a sword?
Oh, is Kyote any good with a sword?
Given that you got to be the better dancer, I kind of want to be the better swords person.
Go for it.
Cool. So the better with the sword begins. We circle, sword tips touching. What do you say to me?
I didn't realize you'd feel so strongly about a human, regardless of how sweet he was.
As always, Yorwith, the scope of things you do not realize is impressive in its scope.
You thrust perilously close to my face. Do you cut me? Where?
Yes, I take the tip of your ear off.
Well, I'm not altogether pleased with that, obviously.
Do the other to match if you want. I don't say that in character because I assumed you didn't say that in character.
I'm rather good, thanks.
Oh, it's me, isn't it? Unless you want to react to that before I ask another.
I'm good. Go for it.
You touch me, cutting me along the ribs or across the arm. Do you press your attack or give me a moment?
I give you a moment. I'm not the one who came here to fight. Say what you have to say and get on with it.
They genuinely look at a loss for words. Like, they clearly made the decision, yep, now I'm gonna fight. That's what I need to do, gonna fight. Because I'm pissed about But in that moment, they don't have their usual ability to be articulate.
I would say I'm going back to we circle, sword tips touching. What do you say to me?
Did you like him so much you weren't willing to share?
Dear, if all you wanted was for me to share, I would have done so happily. It isn't so much a question of sharing. I do take my possessions very personally, but I'm always willing to share for the right price.
Okay, that pisses them off.
As it was meant to.
I seize momentum and initiative and drive you backward. I might kill you now if you stand. Draw a single card. If it's black, you hold me back. If red, I cut you through, killing you. Do you stand and risk death, or do you allow yourself to be driven?
I'm going to allow myself to be driven backwards, because I don't really want to die.
Valid.
Like, I'm good with the whole dying concept.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I might, if you stand, so you allow yourself to be driven back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we continue.
I say, you knock my sword rattling out of my hand. Do you allow me to recover it, or must I submit?
You must submit.
Yorwith, raises his hands and he kneels, but he doesn't look happy about it.
Oh, that's two of them.
Have you done what you came here to do?
They stab their own rapier into the ground and walk away.
Typical. He just sort of stands up and brushes himself off and goes back to bed. He's like, I'm done for the day, actually, thanks. Good night.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So now I guess we're waking.
Everyone plays. Take turns in volunteer order. To take your turn, choose one of the options for waking up and read it out. Once everyone's had their turn, continue on to Puck's farewell and end the game. I'll do the farewell after everyone's had their turn.
I'm going to say, I refuse to wake up, and instead of returning to my waking life, disappear into the fading orchard. Next time we play, we'll find that I'm still here.
I realize that I'm about to wake up and rush towards Quixote to say a goodbye. I'm too late. I wake up before I reach them.
Alright, if you don't know, I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
I realize that I'm about to wake up, but I've left things undone I hope to do here, so that I wake up roaring or groaning in regret. I wounded and betrayed everyone I cared about here.
You sure did. Nice
Buddy.
going. Sucks.
I realise that I'm about to wake up and concentrate to fix in mind all that's happened here, so I remember it all as I return to my waking life. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And, as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Thank you for listening to Follow the Leader.
Yeah. As always, you can follow the show at Twitter and Tumblr at FTLcast. I'm Jade. You can still find me at Jade Oxford Rose. Please come talk to me about Fairy Quixote, because I love them very much.
Thanks for letting me come on and hurt everyone here. It was fun. I've been Schrag. Who knows what I'll be after this? Probably a snake. See you guys later.
I've been Sam. You can follow me on Twitter at SAKLO, and please also come talk to me about Fairy Yorwith, because I love him.
And I'm Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora, and you can talk to me on Twitter about just about anything, but also, yes, I love Parker, even though I torture him.
Rest in pieces, Parker.
Please, Parker.
Shall we clap?
Let's go.
All right, let's clap.
Hi, it's Dora, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on iTunes, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about our show using the FTLcast hashtag. No, seriously, we crave the validation and it helps us out. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again!